This is a TrapCon free beat. The link is down below in the description. Welcome back, bros, to another video review. And today, fresh off the Amazon truck, we are bringing you the brand new Transformers Bumblebee concept art Decepticon Rumble figure. As for the contents, this is what we get inside. We get Rumble, who is blue in this movie, the figure himself, and he comes with two accessories. Those are two guns, and that's right, it is two guns. And then also standard with all Transformer figures, you get the instruction manual. So here we are zoomed in to take a closer look at the details on this Transformer Bumblebee concept art of Decepticon Rumble. Now, right off the bat, I'm just going to say, just looking at this figure as a whole, it definitely represents Rumble in my opinion. That character is blue. He has those power driver arms. He has the red visor. He has the blue body. So yes, this reminds me of Rumble. Yes, this is the concept art, so he was not really in the film very long, but we do have an action figure created from that created 3D design, and it looks good. So next, for the articulation, this is what we get for this figure. It is a core class. The arm can hinge all the way up like that, and that's because of transformation. With the way the arm is, it only rotates like this, a full 360. As I told you guys, I don't know if you can see it, there is a Decepticon tampoed right there on the bottom. I'm pretty sure if you keep transforming it or dragging it across the floor, it'll get scuffed up. But anyway, the head, like I said, is mainly in that gray plastic. Has a little bit of lighter gray right here for the mouth, and then he also has his visor painted red. As I was telling you, the head can look up this high. It can look down that low. There is no waist swivel, but there is a waist crunch, and that's due to transformation. The leg can kick up this high. The knee can definitely bend a little more than 90, and that's due to transformation. You have a foot hinge right here. No tilt side to side, but that's because of transformation. The leg can also kick back this far, not hindered, by anything, so that's good right there. And like I said, the legs can also spread out apart. There is no thigh swivel, but it is a knee because it is on ball joint. So basically, that is all the articulation we get for this little guy. And then, like I said, for this figure and this size, I don't think it's bad. It's actually pretty good, and I'm actually satisfied with it. So real briefly, I just want to go ahead and talk about the accessories. The accessories that came with Rumble are these two guns right here. They just store on the back of Rumble. They do not have no other place where you can put them at. There's no way to put it in his hands right here. I've looked all over this figure. You can't put them there at all. So that is a bummed out feature for this figure. Now for Rumble, there's no other way to like put it anywhere. Like he can't even hold that. So you're kind of screwed if you want to hold him for the guns. But I guess if you have some other smaller figures from previous lines, you might be able to hold it, because there's standard pegs right here. Like for instance, if you had like Darker the Moon Shockwave or Mohawk or whatever, they probably could hold this gun. And if you wanted to do that. So that's about the accessories, guys. Let's go ahead and bring out some other figures and knock out some comparisons with Decepticon Rumble. So for comparisons, my first set, guys, here we have three Decepticons right here before you. We have the star of the show, the concept art Decepticon Rumble in the middle, surrounded by two fellow Decepticons. The one being, the one I'm going to speak on first, is the Transformers The Last Night Decepticon Mohawk, which is the figure I just reviewed in a review for you. So if you missed that, the link is right here in the right-hand corner. Click on that, and you can go ahead and take a look at that figure so you can see what I said about that. So continuing with the other figure on the other side of Rumble, Here we have the concept art of Decepticon Ravage from also the Transformers Bumblebee movie. And I just want to say right here, with all three of these figures out before you, here you can see the different scaling of the core class line. So you get figures from different sizes. Even in this small packaging for this figure, you can see the differences are significant in scale and height and complexity of the core class line. Next, for comparisons, here we have Deluxe Class Transformers Infernac Universe Magnus, and he's a Deluxe Class, as you see, compared to the Core Class. Next, for comparisons, here we have Voyager Class Soundwave and also Voyager Class Optimus Prime. All three of these figures are all from the same movie, the Transformers Bumblebee. And as you see right here, here is a scaling between Voyager Class to also Core Class for these characters from the movie line. And here we are, one last comparison with the Voyager class Transformer Bumblebee Soundwave compared with its other two minions. As you see right here, all three figures look good and fit well, and they just look terrific together. And before we get to my last comparison with the Legacy United Leader class figure, I had to bring in the Rumble from the Studio Series 86 movie right here, so you can see the differences between the two Rumble figures that we've recently got in the Studio Series core class line. Now, just looking at them both, they're about the same size, so we're getting pretty much the same thing, except that the 86 version, in my opinion, is better articulated, and I'll say it comes with more accessories. So yes, I feel like the 86 version is more worth your money than what you get from the Transformers Bumblebee concept art. Now, when looking at the one for the Transformers concept art, I do think it is cool, and it's like an updated, or a Cybertronian version, which holds, its own value in its own way. But just looking at both of these figures right here as a whole, they both look good, and they scream Rumble to me. And lastly, for comparison, I'm going to stop with the Leader class size scaling. Here we have the Leader class Transformer Tigerhawk from the Legacy United line compared with the Studio Series Core Class Concept Art Decepticon Rumble. So now it's time for transformation. So basically for transformation, let's start with the arms. They just unpeg right here. They're not held in by a lot. And just basically fold that arm in. There is a little peg right here. It just snaps into the little hole like that. That's pretty much done. Turn it like this. Let's go ahead and take the weapons off the back because that's not where they're going to be. In his alt mode, do the same thing for the other arm. Turn it just like this, and then it wants you to bring the arms up to the side of his head just like that. So that's what you're left with. It wants you to tuck in the feet right here. They just snap right in underneath the knees. And then what you want to do, it tells you swing this leg out right here. And then what you're going to do is you're going to put in the gun, the pegs in the middle. So you want to have that one pegged in first. Then what you want to do is also peg in the other gun, and then bring the other leg back down like this, and it snaps in together. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take this body part, the whole hip part right here, just folds in over like that, and then it just basically rests right there into his arms right there. And then now you have Decepticon Rumble transform into his alt mode. It doesn't really peg in, it just compresses very well. So you just might have to fidget a little bit with it to get it completely lined up. But once you do, it sort of looks like that. So now that we have Transformers Bumblebee concept art Decepticon Rumble transform into his alt mode, this is what we get. Now, he looks to be the same squat box as what we got with Rumble. That's a figure that came out earlier. Like I said, you got tons of paint detail, as I was saying. I don't know if that's coming off very well, guys, but the Decepticon logos are right there and there. They're very good and they're painted, they're crisp, they're clean. Like I said, there's tons of paint detail on it, and I can't complain about this alt mode because it doesn't really do nothing but look like a brick. And lastly, for comparisons, just so you can see the size comparisons as the same 3 core class figures as I showed you in his robot mode, here we have them in their alt modes. And as you can see right here, that Mohawk is definitely a bigger core class figure because it is a motorcycle, while the other two are micro cassette bots for Soundwave in its alt mode. So now that I've brought out the Transformers Bumblebee concept art Decepticon Soundwave Voyager class figure out, you already know what we're about to do. We're about to go ahead and put Rumble inside of Soundwave's chest just so you can see the functionality and also the playability with these two figures. Once you have both figures, you can do this. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to take Rumble like this and just slide him into Soundwave's chest. It goes in very smooth. Close the door and you are good to go. Now Rumble is ready to deploy out of Soundwave's chest. So you can simply do that, of course, by pushing the button on Soundwave and then pulling him out. But for the purposes of this video, I'm going to leave it closed and pull him out later off the screen because I don't have any fingernails and I don't want to show myself struggling on the camera. So now we reached a portion of my video review where I like to do the Yeah Bro figure pickup or pass segment, in which I get to share my opinions and thoughts on this recent figure that I picked up and reviewed before you right now, in efforts hopefully to give you some informative information before you decide to pick up this figure and ultimately add him to your collection, or deciding that you don't necessarily need him, which is totally up to you. As for me, guys, this is definitely a pickup in my opinion. I am definitely a fan of the Transformer Bumblebee concept art figures. Yes, they showed a variety of figures in the movie, and now I'm glad that they were able to dissect that part, which was a very, very quick scene, and give us some of these concept art characters, because these are some more Cybertronian modes that look really, really cool that were on the big screen. So yes, I'm definitely digging that. This character right here definitely represents Rumble, and I will say the paint details on this Rumble are very good. A lot of painted details on such a small figure. With that being said, the molding on this figure is the first, because eventually it will be repainted red and become Frenzy later on down the line. But it is the first of this mold. As you see right here, the playability and execution on it is very well for what we get for the articulation, and it also interacts with our Soundwave Cybertronian Voyager class Transformer Bumblebee movie figure. So yes, this is a figure as a must pick up if you have the Voyager class Soundwave and already the Ravage, in my opinion. So if you see this at your local store or at your online retailers, don't hesitate to pick this up because this is a really cool and fun little figure. So with all that being said, if you're interested in picking up a copy of this figure, I actually got my copy pre-ordered from Amazon.com. The pre-order came in stock yesterday, and they filled my pre-order today. It's shipped, and I was able to get this review hot off the truck to bring it to you right now. If you're interested, the link will be posted down below in my description if you would like to purchase this figure from Amazon. If not, you have other choices, which is totally up to you. Ultimately, I end up paying $9.99 plus taxes for this figure, and I'm actually very satisfied for Amazon because this figure originally had a release date of February the 2nd, and I actually got it today, which is January the 13th. So that is awesome and great customer service in my opinion, and I'm satisfied with my purchase from Amazon. As always, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. By doing these 4 actions, it shows my channel a tremendous amount of support, and not only that, positive feedback as a YouTube content creator. Thank you once again for spending your time watching my video, and until next time, yeah bro, I'll see you soon. And wait guys, don't forget to turn on your notification bell so you can be notified when I've uploaded a new video for you to check out at your earliest convenience. Thank you.